Welcome to my tutorial Saturday on my MeiYuArt channel. I'll be uploading my weekly art tutorials on this channel, and I have many new tutorials, easy to advanced, planned for Saturdays. Subscribe if you haven't so you won't miss any. Today I'm going to show you how to draw an anime, manga, modern Ariel step by step. This is going to be beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to draw anime, manga, modern Princess Ariel step by step. First, let's start with the head as a circle. Doesn't have to be a perfect circle, as long as we have something that's round to represent the skull. Okay, once we have that, let's go into the face. So I'm going to begin with a line that's right by this side of the circle, and then I'm going to go down at that angle. I'll curve out just a little bit for the cheek, and then I'll curve a little bit down like that. So now it's going like that. Okay, let's extend this line towards her pointy chin. Okay, and then from this chin, let's go back up towards the face. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe to my MeiYuArt channel so you'll know when I upload another tutorial. I have lots of new tutorials planned for you guys, easy to advanced, so stick around and you're going to learn a lot more. Okay, so now I'm going into the middle line of the face, and this is a really good guideline to have if you want to have your features balanced. So this kind of splits the face into two halves, but because she's facing this way, it's kind of angled towards that side. Now I'm going to go into the upper eye line, and then the lower eye line right around here. So usually I like to place this lower eye line right where the face starts from the bottom part of the circle. Okay, so the circle is now erased so you guys can see these lines better. Okay, now to start with her features. So we have these guidelines here to help us. I like to start with the nose, and I'm going from this middle line here. Let's go out at an angle and right back in just a little bit like that. Okay, so once we have the nose, now I'm going to draw a mouth down here. Let's start with a curve for the top part, and I'll go down from this corner into a triangle shape. So there are many ways to draw anime, manga characters' mouths. This is just one of them, and I like to simplify these by just drawing just a simple shape first. So we have a triangle. And if you want to learn how to draw different kinds of faces or different features, let me know in the comments, and I'll see if I can get to them sometime in the future on my tutorial Saturdays. Okay, so we have the mouth. I drew a little tongue inside, and let's draw a little bit of her lip, just the upper part as a slight curve, and then the lower part is another curve coming out from the triangle we drew. I'm going to make this face a little bit wider on this side. So it's always a good idea to keep adjusting your proportions and your distances as you go along. Okay, great. So now we have the nose and the mouth. Let's go into the eyebrows. So I like to start with this one right here. I'll curve up, and then it's going to go down towards the upper eye line. So something like that. And then this eyebrow will be going the other way around. So we'll start from the guideline here. Let's work our way up. So curve and go across. And it's always a good idea to make the eyebrow a little bit thicker at the start than at the end. I think that's a nice elegant shape. Okay, so once we have the eyebrows, let's go into the eye. I'll start with the upper crease for the eyelid, and then the lash line just a little bit below. And I like to make the lash line quite thick and dark to make the lashes really show. Let's get some lashes in right now. Okay, so just draw these short little curved lines. Okay, once we have the lashes, let's go into the actual iris, and I'm going into a line, and then I'll round out the other side. Okay. And for the bottom lid, I like to keep it slimmer than the top one, so it's just a skinny little line right here. Okay, now for the highlights. There are many different ways you can draw highlights in your character's eyes. For this tutorial, I'm going to stick with a cool little oval like that, and then I'll draw another oval inside the eye, right here. And then the pupil will go underneath, and it's going to be quite dark, so let's shade that in. And I like to do a little bit of shading in the iris. So starting up here, it's quite dark, and then I'm going to loosen up on my pencil, so then the shading will get a little bit lighter until I reach down here. I'll just leave that white. So I really like how this becomes, you know, like the dark, and then the shading goes to medium, and then it's quite light down here. So I really like that effect in the eye. Okay, so we have one eye done. For the other eye, it's basically the same, except you have to kind of think about the angle of the face. So everything on this side is closer to you, and it's going to be bigger in perspective compared to everything here. So to draw this eye, I'll just go with the dark lash line, but you can see everything's kind of squished in more. Okay, we have the lashes, and then the eye inside just down here. So we're using the bottom eye guide to help us with the length, and then the round curve at the bottom. Okay, so we have a shape like that. And for the highlights, just go ahead, draw the oval, and then another oval right here. Okay, so we have the face all done. I'm going to make this cheek come up just a little bit more. Okay, so once we have her face, let's go into the hair. So she's going to have lots of nice, glamorous hair. And I'm going to start with a curve right above this eyebrow. I'll curve up and then out. So it's going to go all the way out past the line of the head. And I'll just draw a circle here for now. We're going to make this into something else a little bit later on. Okay, so we have this swirl, and then from this circle, I'm going to go up a little bit at a curved angle like that. Okay, and let's draw another wavy line. It'll come down, so it looks like it's coming down towards this point, and I just want to draw one more line to make it look even fuller. So she's got lots of volume. And of course, she's a Disney princess. So let's give her that volume for her hair. Okay, so we have this line followed by this curve. This curve I want to go in towards the face. Okay, so it's going in. And I don't want to touch it. So it's going to curve back out into like a cool little piece. Just kind of going up like that. I think that's really pretty. And then from there, let's just continue our way down. And a really good way to get these nice soft strokes in the hair is just keep your wrist really loose. Don't try to hold your pencil so stiff, because if you do, then it's going to reflect in your lines. So just keep your hand really nice and relaxed. And don't worry if you make mistakes, you can always erase it. So just keep it loose, and then it's going to show in the type of lines that you're going to do. And that way it's going to make your character's hair look a lot more natural. Okay, so something like that. Yours doesn't have to look exactly like mine. Alright, so we have the major parts of the hair in the side. Now I'm going to go into the back of the head. And let's just imagine this forehead line extends and it goes into the skull and then into the back of the head. I'm going to erase this later. I'm just showing you how her skull might look like underneath all of that big hair. Okay, so we're gonna use this as a guide, but because she's gonna have lots of volume, I want to start my line for the hair up here. And you can see by giving that great big distance, you're making your character's hair a lot more full and more, well, just a lot thicker. Okay, this circle here, I'm going to go right behind it and draw another piece of hair that kind of comes out like that. Okay, so once we have this piece, now let's go into some details in the hair that's going to make her look more like a modern teenager, not just like, you know, the original Ariel character. I think it's fun to make her into like a contemporary young lady. So let's draw something to reflect that. I'm going to change this circle into a little star. And then this star will be connected to these two curves. Okay, so now we made a hairband with a cute little star on the side. I think that's adorable. Let's just give her some fun stripes. Right here. And let's add some of these texture lines. Just a few here and there. Okay, so now we have her beautiful head and her hair. Now let's go into a little bit of her body. So let's draw a neck coming down like that. And I'll draw another part of the neck right here. Let's give her some fun earrings. Okay. Now for part of her body, so we have the neck going down. Let's slope into the shoulders. So I'm going to the shoulder on this side. So keep it curved right here. And then let's just go down into the arm. Okay, so we have a slight bend in the arm where the arm is kind of bent right here. So this will be around the area where her elbow is going to be. Okay, now the other side. Go down, bend into the shoulder, and then go down to the arm. Okay, so something like that. Okay, so we have the basic guidelines for the body on the outside, and then for the inner details, let's draw the curve in the chest. So starting right around here, I'll curve and then go into the waist area and then out towards the hips. And then here, let's imagine the roundness of the shoulder. So I'll just draw this guideline so then you guys can see that's around the thickness of the arm. Okay, so then we know where to start the line for the arm, so that's the armpit. It's right around here. And then coming from the back, let's draw part of the back and then into the waist and out into the hips. And then I'll just draw a little bit of the other arm, but that might get covered. Okay, now for the clothing, because she's like a cute modern young teen, let's draw something that's really cool. I think let's give her an off-the-shoulder top like that. I love these. So we have this long curve, so this is going to show this shoulder. And then let's draw a little bit of the sleeves. So the sleeves will be kind of loose. They'll be hanging down like that. So that's one part right here. And then the other sleeve is kind of down here. And let's draw it coming down. The sleeves are all done. Now let's go into the top and let's make it a short one. And that's a fun look. Let's draw it maybe right around here. It's going to cut off and just draw a little bit of this edge. Now let's wrap it around the body. So like that. Okay, now let's draw the collarbone just a little bit right here at the neck. So that's going to make your character look more realistic. And then for the top, I like to add some of these wrinkle lines around the bust area. So again, that's going to make things look more natural. And for fun, I think let's draw a cute little design on the front, like a shell. I think that's fitting. Okay, so something like that. Okay, now let's imagine a middle line for the body and then go all the way down into the belly button. Below that, let's just draw a little bit of her shorts. So draw a little button right here, and then the shorts kind of just goes down like that. Okay. Okay, one more thing I want to add to this character here to make her look more like a modern young lady. I think let's add a nice little purse. So I'm going to draw the strap as two curved lines coming down right here, and then it's going to cover a little bit of the arm on this side. So just draw a little rectangle corner just like that. Gonna move this arm up just a little bit. Okay, there we go. And for her hair, let's just draw a little bit more, kind of poking out. Just on the side there. Okay, I think modern Ariel is looking really pretty. I hope this tutorial helped you, and let me know what you think in the comments below. There we go. Thank you for supporting art at my MeiYuArt channel with your likes and subscribes. I'll see you every week on Tutorial Saturday. Keep drawing, everyone. Vote in the iCard to let me know if you want modern Ariel on merchandise and clothing on my shop.